Been watching a lot of Carnival cruise videos. It's it's unbelievable. I don't know who. Well, no, I know who goes on these cruises. Okay, another question I know the answer to. Carnival is a cruise line, a big name cruise line, but their cruises are so cheap that they tend to get a more rowdy clientele. Not the type of clientele you'd get on Norwegian cruise lines or Royal Caribbean. Carnival's prices make the cruise experience available to some people that you probably wouldn't want to be contained on a ship at sea for any length of time, like a cruise. So I was watching a few Carnival videos, and this one I found interesting. I could not believe that this would be true. The cheapest cruise that you could take, the cheapest cruise is on Carnival, and it is on a major cruise line. I mean, you might be able to take the Circle line around New York City. $11 a day for a cruise on a giant ship that supposedly has, a room and food, beverage. I'm sure this doesn't include the beverage package, but you'll see all the fights you want to see. You'll probably see a few people need to be saved in the waiting pool. And then at the club, you'll see a few maybe bottles of Cristal smashed over some people's heads as security. Security has to come in and take care of it. But here is a Carnival cruise, $11 a day. Let's watch, shall we?
Cheapest cruise at just $11 a day. I had no idea what to expect, but I will say this cruise was eventful to say the least. From traveling to some of the most
Eventful.
popular and beautiful destinations in the world, to being entertained, to seeing parties that parents wouldn't want to see their kids at, and even fights, I gotta admit, this vacation cruise did somewhat shock me. The world's cheapest cruise would be a 4-night sailing on board the Carnival Conquest sailing to the Caribbean. Launched in 2002, it has 13 decks, holds 3,000 passengers, and cost $500 million to build. The initial cost for this cruise right out of the gate would be $50 for an interior stateroom. After all the port fees and taxes would be applied, the total will come out to $192 with an onboard credit of $50. I would see arguments in the smoking area. There was almost a fight in my hallway because there was somebody down the hall that was blasting music. Security would come over and over again. They even came to my room and asked me to turn the music down. I didn't even have a speaker. At the nightclub, there was almost a fight as well. There was a girl that was sitting in a chair, and then she got up out of the chair. Somebody took the chair, and well, they almost got into a scuffle over that. But there was a actual fight on the last night on the cruise. I could feel the steam building up the whole time I was there. I knew it was going to happen, so I had my camera ready just in case. Naturally, I even was able to interview a nice gentleman that was holding one of the girls back from the fight. Apparently, it was all over a man. Somebody wanted someone else's man, and they were looking at the man the wrong way, and just like that, they called out fisticuffs and got right into it. It was absolutely wild. I recently took the
When you offer a cruise for $11 a day, you are asking for some savagery. You are asking for fights and loud music and weed smoke in every single corridor. And you know, Carnival Cruise Lines, you should be embarrassed. To lower the cost of a cruise to $11 a day, you're just doing this on purpose. You are trying to exploit the most impoverished. They get on the boat and then, got to eat. And like I said, that obviously doesn't include food and everything. So the expense of food and booze on a cruise ship, and, I'm sure they're trying to sneak booze and weed onto the ship. So they get in trouble for that. Ghetto of the seas. That's why Carnival will always be known as the Ghetto of the seas.